Hello everyone. So today we are going to study how to use update method in Laravel. So there are approximately these many steps. First is creating the route in web.php. The second step goes to editing the HTML form for put or fetch method. The number 3 goes to let me think. Okay, let's go with deciding the route in HTML form so as to submit it and updating the record. Fine. So where to go is we have to decide it. Fine. Number 4 will be creating the update method in PostController and saving all the relevant data into the what to write? Let me think. Okay, into the database. Fine. Fine. So step number 5 goes to making a redirect link to index method to display or retrieve all the records. Fine. And in that context we are going to go for step number 6, that is creating go back link inside the show blade along with creating the go back link or view button, not go back, view button inside the index blade. Fine. So let's get started with today's work. So over here you see in the last video, it is a continuation of the last video. We are going to route number 2, that is route put. You can have put or fetch, both will work. Fine. So put or fetch post ID, that is PostController, and from there we have update, and update will kill me up with posts.update. I think so, and this should work. Hope so this works. Fine. Okay, so in the next thing, that is we are going to create a public function, and this public function will give me update $id, and this $id will be in continuation with die debug and dump, and that is debug die and dump or die debug and dump or whatever it is. Fine. So over here I am passing two different parameters, that is request, $request, and the id which is being provided from the route, and this, let's see and hope for the best what it is getting printed from the HTML form. Okay, so if I refresh, this gives me edit me button, and if I do that and go ahead and I need to update the entire records, let's do that. If I go and update and write something in title, subtitle, that is my excerpt, and the body, and if I want to submit it, you can see the supported method is not in the route. Oops, I think so we have done something. Okay, so over here it is mandatory to write this things over here, iterate method, put, and the route where you want to submit this form. Fine. And if you do not do any of this, certain type of error messages will be shown by Laravel itself. So over here I am telling that if anybody submits the data, please go to post.update and provide the ID, that is the ID given to me from the route itself. Fine. So if I now refresh, I think so I should have. Okay, let's once again create the update stuff so that everything goes in a well finished manner, because we have edited our form itself. So if I go and submit, now it will show me the messages. So dump die debug, yes, it was dump die debug, but dump die and debug is now on its way to our screen, and you can see all the informations are there on the screen with updated messages. Fine. So this is a lot of things we are doing. Alongside, we are also having title, excerpt and body, that is using request. Now what if I want to say that dump, die and debug the entire post method, or if I say post kindly find me an ID, find me a data of this particular ID. So Laravel will use its eloquent model and will help us find the entire information of that particular ID. So if I dump, die and debug this stuff, and now if I say let's update the information, fine, but it will fetch me the information from the database and not fetch the updated version, because we are using $post, which is retrieving it from the database. Fine. So you can see we are having both the variables, that is request variable having updated value and post variable, which is an older value fetched from the database. So if I go and say that, okay, let me have a multiple cursors. If I say $post and $request on either side of that equal to operator. So if I say title should be equal to request title, that is the old title will be replaced by new title, old excerpt will be replaced by new excerpt, old post, that is body, will be replaced by a new body text. So if I save, fine, then it will directly get saved to our database, and if I just do not save it, it will remain there in the object variable $post, but will not be reflecting it to our database itself. Right? So if I save this data, it will get reflected to our database. If I say like save it, so it's done, fine. And now if I go to PHP my admin and view that particular post, it will show me all the data which we have actually saved it. Fine. So let me go to PHP my admin. If I go to my blog, I think so it was my blog only. Okay, it's gonna take some time. Okay, so if I go to my blog, let's see, I don't know why it's not going. Let me, okay, it's taking time for it to get processed. Okay, so if I go to my blog, inside posts variable, inside posts table, you can see we have an updated value, that is we are having title, subtitle and all those stuffs that we have tried to update it. So over here, if I double click on it and if I can show it to you, let me see. You can see it's updated. You can also see that excerpt is also updated, and you can see that body text, which we have recently changed it, is also updated to our database. So if I go and say that return redirect and call redirect function, fine, and inside that let me go to route, and this route will be used to redirect to posts.index named route. Fine. So if I now update it to some little bit of other extent, say for example, this is the new updated title, or this is the new updated subtitle, and so on and so forth. Fine. And if I want to change this entire body text, let's delete rather than creating something inside our blog itself. So if I say I want to delete this content, I want to delete this image, and there are two images rather than I want to just keep one image itself. So one image and smaller level of content displayed over here. So this will give me a nice and fashionable stuff which is now getting updated, and you can see this is the new update, this is new update, and this is the edited version of it, right, of the body text. So all in all, everything is working fine and good, and we are here good to go. Alongside all the things that we want can be now edited. In fact, now let's go and add some go back button to the show blade and view button to the index blade. So over here, if I go and search for ahref, that is ahref having a class file, and that's a class file is of Bulma. Let's call Bulma. That is button is info. I think so. If is info is good, is rounded, and this will be having some value, not value in a way, link. That is go back, and over here if I say a take over, it's not a big deal, but we have to write it. So route, and if I say post.index, that is if anybody clicks on this, go to index but method and execute all the queries inside this index method. So if I say go back, it will execute index method and display all the information that are available in the database. So if I go ahead and save this thing, it will be working. Let's see it. And refreshing it will display me a good button over here in a round shape. If I click on go back, it will be going back to the index method. If I now again say that if I want to publish this button, view button inside index method, we can do that also. So for that I'm going to index method, index blade, and over here similar to that one, previous show blade, we are also keeping a good ahref button over here, and if anybody clicks on it, it should view this entire post. So over here I'm typing view, alongside I'm also using class button is button, that is info, is rounded, and we can also keep is focused, and after doing that we can now save this entire file. So done. And if I go ahead and type route posts.show, it should be show, like post.show, and if I pass the ID which is getting selected, whatever ID it is getting selected, if I pass that ID, it will directly redirect me to that particular post from this hyperlink itself. So all in all, everything is good to go. If I refresh, here we go, we have a view button, it's in a smaller version, and if I go ahead, everything is working. So that's it for now. We have completed all these steps, that is step 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6, and lastly we have also completed step 7. Fine. Thank you all, thank you for watching this video. I hope so you liked it. Do like, share, subscribe my channel. Have a happy go lucky day today. Thank you all. Bye bye.